welcome to the second installment of very insightful facts about Kentucky. For those of y'all who watched my first video with very insightful facts, it is linked in the description if you want to watch it again or if you haven't yet. But, well, if y'all have or haven't seen that video, nonetheless, there's still a whole heck of a heap to learn about the greatest state in the United States, my good old Kentucky home. So I'll go ahead and start this video now. I'll go ahead and start by saying this, that I'm not going to go through some of the more known facts about Kentucky, because a whole heck of a heap of people has done it a whole heck of a heap better than I could. But I'll go through some of the more random, weird, and mostly wonderful facts about Kentucky that y'all may not know. If y'all do know these facts, good for you, but if you don't, you're going to be learning something today, and something that can be very useful. Start off, something useful to know is a good place to eat in Kentucky. And, well, any place that has these is definitely a good place to eat, and, well, that would be fried chicken. Go to any KFC anywhere, and you're going to get some good fried chicken. But another good place to go to eat would be anywhere that has a Kentucky hot brown. I know the name doesn't exactly sound the most appetizing, but just look at that picture. It's pretty cotton picking appetizing, given that it has turkey and ham and cheese and moray sauce and crispy crust and bread and a whole heck of heap of other good stuff, including bacon. Bacon's so wonderful. I love bacon. Yeah, I'm getting off subject. Bacon's wonderful. But anyway, hot brown. They really cotton picking good, and they started in Kentucky. In fact, the Brown Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky. Louisville doesn't exactly have the most going for it. They don't have the best basketball team, and, well, they don't exactly have the best college, but, well, they have the hot brown and they have the Kentucky Derby, so I guess they have to have something going for them. But after y'all eat the hot brown, just make sure you actually eat a hot brown that looks like this, because, well, hot brown can be construed as something completely different. If somebody not in Kentucky asked you to eat their hot brown, I wouldn't recommend doing it. But if you're in Kentucky and somebody asks you to eat a hot brown and it looks like this, go ahead and eat it, because I've tried it many times before and they're definitely good. But after y'all eat the hot brown, if y'all are wanting to have a party, then, well, the best thing to do to have a party, and especially if your favorite team in Kentucky wins a big game, is burning couches. That's the best thing to do at any party after a good team in Kentucky wins a big game, and, well, it could be kind of construed as wrong as well, but, well, even though it may not exactly be the most ethical thing to do, I've saw it before. I haven't partaken in it, but I've seen it. Seeing it isn't illegal, and, well, it's definitely something to be seen nonetheless. And, well, Kentucky may or may not have invented burning couches, but, well, for those of you in West Virginia watching this, if there's anyone, y'all may or may not have invented it, but nonetheless, y'all don't exactly win enough to burn many, so I'll go ahead and give the invention to Kentucky, given that, well, we actually have good opportunities to do it quite often, unlike West Virginia. My good old Kentucky home has quite a few sports teams that actually can win quite a bit, especially the University of Kentucky, which is where I'm at currently. So, well, as long as the University of Kentucky keeps on winning, they'll be keeping on having some couch burnings, that's for cotton picking sure. And, well, after those couch burnings, if you're not exactly feeling the most moral, then, well, you can take your mind off it by going to something that will definitely get your spirits high, because it possibly is the most beautiful place in the world, and, well, it's the biggest place in the world. If that place is indeed a cave, and it is, Mammoth Cave. Mammoth Cave is the biggest cave system in the world, and, well, I know kind of going down deep in the biggest cave in the world can be misconstrued as well, but, well, even though it is a bit jaggedy, and it's kind of hard, and it's also kind of wide, and, yeah, and it's kind of wet if you think about it. I'll just forget it. Mammoth Cave is beautiful. Even though it is big, it's still beautiful. Big things can be beautiful, too. Just look at Kentucky. Kentucky has a lot of big and beautiful things, and one of which is the longest cave system in the world, Mammoth Cave. Yeah, that sounds a bit dirty now that I think about it. But even though there's some odd things in Kentucky, go ahead and experience them. Sometimes odd things can be quite wonderful. Trust me, going down the biggest cave in the world that is quite jaggedy, rough, wide, and and all in all kind of old, it's still a good thing to do. So nonetheless, even though there's some weird names for some stuff, it's still wonderful. Kentucky is the greatest state in the United States, and I'm proud to say it's my old home here in Kentucky. My good old Kentucky home is where I want to stay for a long time, and I'm sure I will. And I'm sure there'll be some more videos like this for quite a long time, so y'all can learn more about Kentucky to experience it yourself. The largest cave in the world, the greatest tradition in the world, and brown. What more could you want from the greatest state in the United States, my good old Kentucky home? Yeehaw.